I think wonder is when maybe we realize what we are incapable of in ourselves, but we see it. I think it's unique in context with God that He wants to be in relationship with us.
It's sort of like that awe of an unexplainable moment.
Not even knowing the whole picture, but just knowing that the person behind it and the God behind it is so good and so true, and He's got us.
And I think when you're caught up in that wonder and caught up in that awe, that in itself, to me, is an act of worship. Like, that's the only correct response to that wonder.
You cannot not sing, you cannot not lift your hands, because you're in a place of wonder, which means that you're just impacted and shocked by what God has done.
John 4, Jesus talking with the woman at the well. I think it's verse 23, where he says, there's now a time coming where worshipers will worship in truth and in spirit.
He is encouraging us to worship Him in spirit and truth. You know, He wants us to really, like, from our hearts, engage with Him.
I believe that every song has an encounter with God.
That's our heart, is to not just have people come and to watch and to make it a show, but it's something that we're like participating in, that we're joining in.
When you go to a sporting event and your team scores, you jump up, you cheer, you celebrate, you look at the people next to you, you're like, yeah, look how we did it. And that's what worship should look like for us.
I see these people around me and their hands are raised. What's that about? A lot of times I'll just compare that to a surrender, right? Like, this is, man, my hands are up, I'm not guarding myself. God, I trust you in this moment. I'm inviting you to come near.
It's an outer expression of our inner encounter. Like, that's gonna lead me to action, you know, and it's gonna inspire me to lift my hands, to lift my voice.
I heard it said once that worship is a response to His greatness, to how much He loves us, that He chose us in Jesus. And so living a life of worship, responding to that, that's why I say that's a response. And it's not just singing songs.
It's our actions. It's how we talk, how we think, how we behave, how we manage our lives day by day.
It's like the passage in John 4, you know, when Jesus has an encounter with the Samaritan woman. Because of this encounter, this woman goes and she literally, like, turns this city to Jesus. And it was like a great picture of worship as a whole, because worship should lead us to action.
I want to see our people truly encounter God. Like, I want to see them truly engaging in worship, because I believe when we truly participate, when we encounter Him, that we can be changed.
I think revival a lot of times comes through worship, and that is my hope for the church.
My hope for worship at our church is that there would be a sense of community and safety and welcome, where we each would feel free to worship God.
God is a good God. He's a good Father. He wants us to come as we are. And that's the relationship that is then in front of us. That is the wonder. We get to look at God and say, that is our dad, and we can come as we are.